Yo, what's going on? I want to start off by saying this. A lot of people have said that they want a tour, and this time, you know what? I'm gonna give you one, straight up. And also, you all address that, you're tired of seeing my face in the same background. So, on this video, you're not gonna really see my face. All you're gonna see is the scenery. You know what I'm saying? So the reality of it is you got what you want. Let's get it. I saw a video on YouTube the other day. It was a woman around my age. She had to be in her 40s and 50s. She was complaining about how this generation, Gen Z on down, how rude they are and how disrespectful they are. And all they want to do is steal, run up in stores and take stuff and don't want to pay for anything. And, they disrespectful to their elders. They don't want to listen to nothing, And I was listening to it, and I said to myself, I was like, wow, man. As she kept on, rambling on, complaining about the youth, I said, man, I used to think that way. I used to think just like her. Ignorant. It dawned on me a couple months. It's when I changed my mind about the youth. I was like, hold up. Aren't those children that we're talking about our children? Aren't we the parents of those children? So therefore, however they act is however they were taught. So if you're going to blame the children, the parents are just as much as the blame as the children are. Straight up. If you don't teach the children better, they're not going to do better. And I know what some of you people are going to say that's my age and older. You're going to throw this card in. I made it out and I didn't have no father in the household, or I didn't have a mother there. You might have been an orphan child or adopted child. It's this, I made it through all of this BS. And I was determined to be something. I was determined to be somebody in my life. And I made it out of the projects. I made it out of the hood. So for these kids, ain't no excuses. Well, let me tell you something. Everybody's not built like you. For it tough. And let me tell you another thing too. Is I'm more than sure that you had help throughout your journeys. You just don't want to admit it. And that's real talk. These kids are crying for help. They want somebody to understand them. And all we do is chastise them. All we do is blame them for everything, man. I was one of them people. I blame the Gen Zs on down for the fall of hip-hop. And that's crazy to blame a whole generation on something, on a culture that was already dying before they even was born. Look at this. It's beautiful, man. Beautiful. Yes, I said it. Hip-hop was dying before Gen Zs even existed. Yes, people our age had hip-hop in their hands. And you know what we did? We did what we rapped about. Sold out. You remember MC Hammer? How bad we used to talk about him? Oh, he ain't nothing but a sellout. That's all he is. Well, guess what? When we got in a position to make some money, a little bit of money, we sold out too. To the point where we sold our culture. Now it ain't even ours anymore. And that's real talk. Look at the position that we've put our youth in. Look at the economy that we've put our youth in. At one point it was inflation. I say this a million times. Then it was hyperinflation. These are the things that they introduced us to. The next after that was shrinkflation. Then after that was funflation. Last but not least, we're experiencing stagflation now. This is crazy, man. We have set our youth up to fail. Even if they wanted to move out, how could they? A 1-bedroom apartment is $2,000 to $3,000 a month. That's not including lights or water. You got to get that turned on. And based on your credit score will determine how much you have to put down a deposit for your lights to get cut on, for your water to get cut on. And we ain't even got to furniture. Everything is high, expensive, and the jobs ain't paying shit. But you expect the youth to prevail. You expect the youth to make it through this economy that we never experienced in the 90s. Everything was pretty much affordable. I know this to be a fact. I worked at a temp job and was able to pay my bills and didn't have to work 2, 3, 4, 5 jobs to pay my bills. Just one. Oh, my bad. Right here is a starfruit tree. As you can see, look, they're not done just yet. Right there. Yeah, I plucked quite a few starfruits off of this tree, man. So once they ripe, I'm gonna get at them. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. We ain't talking about kitchen appliances, forks, knives, spoons, pots, pans. We haven't even got to groceries. And you expect the youth to be able to afford this shit. That's the reason why they're not moving out. For all you that are clueless as parents, like, why haven't my children moved out? Because they can't afford it. It ain't because they're weak. It's not because they are a weaker generation. It's not because they don't want to do shit and they lazy and they're privileged. They can't move out. I got 2 young adults right now that live with me. And there's no way they can move out in this economy. But you want to blame the kids. You don't want to blame your politicians. To be real with you, you go to church every Sunday and you pray to God. And God hasn't done anything for your children. You don't want to blame your God, whether it's Allah, Jesus, Yahweh, etc. Whatever you call your God. You want to put the blame on the kids that don't know no better. Because we didn't teach them any better. Straight up. Where is financial literacy when you need it? Could you raise your hands for all the parents that taught your children how to open a bank account? That taught your children about stocks and bonds, Wall Street, stock market and shit. Very few. And you wondering why your kids is running up in Target and taking shit. You want to blame them because they're practicing basic survival. They're saying in their minds, yo man, before I do it out, I'm just going to take it. And I know, it's not right to take from someone else. Even though companies and corporations do it every day, but that's besides the point. We give them a pat on the back. When companies and corporations fuck us over and take our shit, we give them a pat on the back. See, if you got to get to me, you got to go through 1,000,001 bridges like this. I told you I'm off the grid. This is a Jumanji fucking adventure to get to me. Right under here, fresh drinking water. Straight up. Leads all the way down there to the beach. We going down there. You know I'm going to take a sip. You know it. And I don't want to hear no shit like, man, you might catch malaria, or, you know, did the EPA or the FDA test that water and this and that and so forth and blah, blah, blah. Man, get the fuck out of here. You don't ask none of those questions when you go to Walmart, Target, Food Lion, Harris Teeter, Key Food, and the likes. Publix, what else? Sam's Club, BJ's. You won't ask none of them about their water and where it comes from. But you want to question Mother Earth. The one that gives you life and gives you everything that you want and need on this planet. You want to question her and where her water comes from. Get the fuck out of here, man. I told you, I'm never going to change my personality. Whether I'm in the jungle or in the concrete jungle. I'm going to be who I am. Regardless. But yeah, we set them up for failure. You know, we teach our children, our inner city children, how to be pimps, hoes, prostitutes, and drug dealers. Rappers, basketball players, and football players. You know what I'm saying? We teach our young ladies how to get money, how to fuck men over and take their money. That's what we teach them. So you shouldn't be clueless to why our children are the way that they are. Because we're the ones that taught them how to be negative. And the reason why I say that is because we never gave them anything else. We never gave them an option to be positive. Real talk. Let me get up in here, man. Oh, man. Yeah, baby. Get on over here. Horses come out here and drink from this water too. Free ones. Oh, You ever done this before? It's hot out here too. Man, some I drink it and some of it got sand in it. I don't give a fuck. This shit is wonderful. Wonderful. God damn, man. The best water I ever drunk. I say in my life, Charlotte well water. I'll give it a little run for the money. Yeah, man. We never showed them better. Let me tell you something about the youth. They are a product of what? Their environment. Now think about this. What if you took these children out of their environment, these inner city children, and put them in an environment like this? Just think, if you put them in an environment where Mother Nature is in full control, maybe, just maybe, Mother Nature may be able to change the nature of our kids. Think about how adults influence our kids. Think about how many times you said, Jesus changed my life, my aunts, my uncles, my father's lives. Well, I can tell you, I can attest to this. Mother Nature could change anyone's lives way more than an average person can, let alone a fictitious God named Jesus or Jesuses. Fuck out of here, man. Instead of these kids living in tenanted buildings with trash filled to the top in front of them, concrete jungle, no trees around, no fresh air. Bring them here and see how they'll respond. You can't expect different from our kids if you ain't ever showed them different. I remember I used to blame this generation on the fall of hip-hop. And it dawned on me one day, who's funding their projects? Who's marketing and advertising? Putting the money behind their projects? Who's putting them on radio stations, getting them airplay? Who's putting their songs online for digital download? When you follow the money, you'll know exactly who's behind our kids rapping about sex, drugs, and violence. It's these non-black record labels. But we're not holding them responsible for shit. Just our kids that don't know any better, that are heavily influenced, that are broke, coming from the projects, and all they want to do is live the good life. That's it. You talk about how these kids are so materialistic. That's the only thing that you can introduce them to. You know how many fucking kids, when the Gen Zs were little babies, 2, 3, 4, 5 years old, you know how many people, how many parents' houses I went over, birthday parties I went to, and when they dressed their kids in Gucci, Jordan sneakers, Timberlands, 2, 3-year-old child got a fucking gold chain around their neck, a gold bracelet, and you trying to figure out how the fuck these kids are materialistic? You bought that shit for them. My kids don't eat at McDonald's. You want to know why? Because I ain't never introduced it to them. My kids don't wear Jordans. You want to know why? Because I ain't never bought them one pair. No, let me take it back. Let me be factual. My father bought my daughter, when she turned 2 years old, a pair of pink and white Jordans. And I hope he's not listening to this, because guess what? He bought them. I had my daughter wear them. And you know what I did? I sold them shits. Right after I had her wear them. I'm not, see, this is the thing. This is another thing. We have raised our children to be what? Consumers, baby. Not entrepreneurs, not business owners, consumers. That's it. We have definitely set our children up for failure. And then we want to blame them when they do wrong. If I ever come across a lot of money, I'm going to fund this project myself. I'm going to bring a bunch of inner city kids down here so they can experience this. Straight up. If I ever come to the point where I'm making a large, substantial amount of money, and I could be able to afford plane tickets for a bunch of inner city youth, I'm gonna bring them down here. That's my word. So they can see better. So they can know better. Straight up, this is so fucking beautiful. It's amazing, man. And this is not for me. This is for everyone. I wish my family and friends had the same vision that I have, that I had. Now the vision is true. I can see it every day. But the vision that I had before I got prior to me coming here. So they could have came here. That's real talk, man. And this is a cloudy day, man. I'm telling you, when it's really sunny outside, no clouds, oh man, you can't beat it. It's paradise. The water's clear. It's just that the sand is, believe it or not, it looks brown or like a dark brown, but it's actually green. No lie, this is my word. It's beautiful out here, man. And this Mother Earth, Mother Nature, this is for everyone, man. No matter what background you come from, race, creed, skin color, whatever. Everyone deserves this. There ain't no fucking boundaries and fictitious perimeters and lines, border lines that humans put up for other humans. So they can, man, be able to monopolize off of us, capitalize off of us. My fault. That's all it is. A passport and coming up to the border and having a bag to get over to somebody else's country. And then you got to go through the whole process of becoming a citizen and shit. We all are citizens of the planet Earth. Mother Earth, Mother Nature didn't ask for no passport when you were born, entering into this planet. Only humans do this dumb shit. And I hate dealing with human politics because it's stupid and kiddie. I should be able to go wherever the fuck I please. Because this earth is my home. And it is yours as well. This is beautiful, man. Our youth deserve more. And it's up to us to give it. Give it to them. Other than that, stop blaming them on being on government assistance, having 3 different baby mamas and 3 different baby daddies, because I'm pretty sure you had 2. I'm pretty sure you got baby daddies and baby mamas too. They learn from you. You're like, well, I don't know where these children get this shit from. They get it from you. And if they don't get it from you, guess what? They learn from what? There's 2 other ways that they learn. Public school, their peers. And then the other one is, the babysitter. You know who the babysitter is. Oh, you don't know? Let me tell you. Television. All of the programming that's on television. Lies told in vision. Telling lies in vision. Television. You put your children in front of the idiot box. You wondering why your fucking daughter's sassy. Because you done gave them the code to Netflix, Disney Plus, Hulu, and all of that shit. And told them, sit down and be quiet. And learn. I know you didn't say learn, but that's what they're doing. They're learning bad habits and behaviors from the movies and programs that they watch. Give our children more, man. Give them a chance. But oftentimes, what we do, we knock them. White man bring his children down here. I saw a 1-year-old child. And they was from America. 1 year old. And it ain't gonna stop there. That 1-year-old white child, Caucasian child, his or her passport is stamped. By the time he or she turns 15, 20 years old, they probably would have motherfucking 3, 4, 5 books. Passport books, that is. Fully stamped to the T. Our children, I was born in Atlanta. Well, you don't need no passport to go from one side of Atlanta to the next. Because your fate is sealed. The furthest you gonna go is probably Marietta and Sandy Springs. And that's a shame. Let's teach our children better. And the education that they need to be taught starts at home. Other than that, I'm out.